Hey, welcome back. So we've just spent 3 days at a major energy symposium, and we've boiled it all down into one powerful explainer for you. We're diving deep into the future of energy, and let me tell you, the biggest breakthroughs aren't what you might be thinking. So when you picture the future of energy, what comes to mind? Is it just, endless fields of solar panels and giant wind turbines? Well, according to the experts and leaders at this conference, the picture is so much richer, more complex, and honestly, way more human than that. The single biggest takeaway for me was this. The energy transition isn't just a hardware upgrade for the planet. It's more like a software upgrade for humanity. It's a fundamental shift in how we build partnerships, how we lead, and who makes up the workforce that's going to build this clean future. Okay, let's get right into it with the first pillar. And this one is profound. It's a new model for leadership that goes way beyond simple business deals to something much, much deeper. This one word, kinship, it was probably the most powerful concept from the entire event. It's a huge move away from that old model of just, transactional partnerships, where everyone's negotiating at arm's length. Kinship, that implies we're on a shared journey with mutual respect and a collective responsibility, like family. And look, this isn't just some nice, fuzzy idea. It's absolutely essential for success. Chris Henderson, who's been a leader in the space for decades, he made it crystal clear. For these massive projects to work, leadership can't just be about spreadsheets and deadlines. It has to be rooted in deep cultural values and a real understanding between people. So what does this actually look like in the real world? Well, look no further than the Oneida Energy Storage Project. This thing didn't start in some corporate boardroom. It literally started as a sketch on the back of a napkin between two friends, one from the energy industry, one from the Six Nations of the Grand River. And what came next wasn't just years of technical development, it was years of building genuine relationships, of building trust. And the result? The largest project of its kind in Canada, and a massive success story. And the impact is it's enormous. This one single project, built on that foundation of kinship, cuts emissions by the same amount as taking 40,000 cars off the road every single year. It just goes to show how this human-centered approach delivers incredibly powerful results for the environment. So this new way of working together, it really sets the stage perfectly for our second pillar, the technology we're going to need to meet some unbelievable new energy demands. Now check this out, because this slide really puts one of those demands into perspective. We're talking about artificial intelligence. Just last year, data centers were already using over 4% of all electricity in the US. By 2028, that's projected to almost triple to 12%. I mean, think about that. Powering the AI revolution is one of the biggest challenges of our time. The good news is, there's a clear game plan. It all starts with really assessing an AI facility's unique power needs. Then, you architect a hybrid solution, combining renewables like solar with really sophisticated energy storage. And finally, you implement it all with things like on-site generation and smart systems that can actually shift computing tasks to times when clean energy is cheapest and most abundant. It's pretty brilliant. And the unsung hero of this whole tech revolution? It's energy storage, and it is evolving so fast. We're moving way beyond those 4 to 8 hour lithium-ion batteries, which are great for bridging little gaps in the day. Now we're seeing huge commercial-scale, long-duration storage, things like iron-air batteries that can last 100 hours or more. That gives our grid true resilience against storms or heat waves that last for days. Okay, so we've got a new model for leadership. We have these incredible new technologies. But that leads to the third and maybe the most critical pillar. Who is actually going to build and operate and maintain all of this stuff? The sheer scale of the human challenge here is staggering. Let this number sink in. Just in Canada, the electricity sector is looking at 130,000 new job openings by 2050. That's more people than work in the entire sector today. It's a huge number. So you have to ask yourself, where on earth are all these people going to come from? Well, the answer lies in looking at who isn't currently in the workforce and figuring out why. And this chart, wow, it really illustrates the situation perfectly. There are these huge diversity gaps right across the board. Women make up almost half the Canadian economy, but only 27% of the electricity workforce. Persons with disabilities, just 1%, compared to 15% economy-wide. Look, this isn't just an equity problem. This is a massive untapped talent pool. Closing these gaps is literally the only way the industry is going to fill those 130,000 jobs. But it's not going to be easy. The industry is facing some major hurdles. Over 70% of employers say they just can't find people with the right skills. And the demographics are tough. For every 3 experienced workers who retire, only 1 young person is entering the field. That creates this huge risk of losing critical, hands-on knowledge. So when we start to put these 3 pillars together, a really clear and I think compelling vision for the future starts to take shape. It's how we can build this future together. First, it all starts with a foundation of kinship, that new leadership model that's grounded in respect and shared purpose. That's what delivers better, faster, and stronger projects. Second, it's powered by smartly integrated technology. Not just throwing up some solar panels, but the crucial combination of renewables and all kinds of energy storage that we need to handle massive new demands like AI. And finally, all of this has to be driven by a diverse human workforce. Because without the people, all the people, the best plans and the best technology in the world will just stay as plans on paper. And that really leaves us with a final thought to chew on. We've just seen how this powerful idea of kinship can revolutionize something as huge and complex as a nation's energy system. So the question we should probably all be asking is, what other massive challenges could we solve if we started not with a contract, but with that simple idea that we're all in this together?